Oh, hi. I'm on the terrace in my hat from the Elaine Stritch Pride collection. I haven't taken a shower, so I thought, oh, why don't I just do this because I look like shit. Oh, like I look better like this. Just out here journaling. My terrace is lovely and the view is lovely, but when I shoot videos from this angle, it looks just like crap. Anyway. So, y'all, the Tony Awards will not air live on Peacock and then on CBS on Sunday, June 11th. We all were speculating recently, with the Writers Guild of America strike going on, that no, of course it can't. Because so much of what you see on the broadcast is scripted dialogue written by the writers from the Guild between every single winner and the lead-ins to every presentation and. I mean, it's part of it. So the decision came down yesterday that no, in fact, they can't do it. Here's where it gets crazy. Apparently somebody, I don't know, I wish I knew who the fuck had the balls to go to the Writers Guild of America and ask for like a compensation. Can we get a pass? Can we get a waiver and do it anyway? The point of a strike is to be disruptive. The point is, it doesn't take much research to look at what writers are asking for and being absolutely shut down, denied any even discussion of increasing wages or anything in the industry versus what moguls, billionaires, are making off of the work and the backs of these writers. I stand with them. There's not a thing in the world that they're asking for that they shouldn't be allowed to discuss and be given. They're not being extravagant in their demands. It is just fucking moguls who can afford to ride this out and starve them out until they have to crumble and take the pennies offered, or no pennies. Come back to work. No pennies for you. It's pretty crystal clear. So the fact that somebody from the Broadway League, I'm assuming, even had the balls to go to them and say, like, yeah, but can we get a pass? Because the truth is, this is going to kill some shows. I'm not going to name names, but there are shows that need that national commercial to draw business for the summer, to get through the summer and further. They need to win things that are then broadcast on national television saying, look, we just won this thing, come see us, to survive. So there are shows that will not survive. And that's the collateral damage of billionaires sitting on their hoards of money. So the fact that the league, I don't know if the league went to those billionaires first and said, listen, could you settle this fucking thing so that the rest of us don't die also? I don't know. But the fact that they went to the Writers Guild to ask for a pass is kind of criminal. It's really sick that they would do that. Now, here's the other thing. When it hit the news last night, it was framed in this way of Writers Guild denies the waiver. That is victim blaming. Let's rephrase that. No. Of course they denied it. They should. What the phrasing should be is, Broadway League had the balls to ask the writers to give them a pass. No. This is not on the Writers Guild. Oh, you're taking away my entertainment. Just go back to work for your pennies. It's not that. It shouldn't be that. It's, any of us should stand with that. And if they were going on, there would be, the next debate would be, are our unions allowing us to cross picket lines, really, to be part of something that is shutting out writers who do the work to put the show on? So there you have it. Now, they're deciding Monday, they say, what they're going to do about the Tony Awards. And it's looking like two scenarios. One being that they have a ceremony, an unbroadcasted ceremony, where the awards are announced, given out. What that would look like, what that would be, anyone's guess. Because, of course, they could do that and stream it somewhere without scripted dialogue, intros, any of that stuff. The thing is that, like, all the Broadway musicals that are nominated get to perform on the award show, so that lets all of that out, I'm sure. I know some of them have even been pre-recording, because a lot of times you'll do a pre-recorded something on your set that then feeds into a live on the stage presentation. So a lot of that's been happening already. They're in the works, so that's all. I don't know what's going to happen with that. The other scenario is that they just hold all of it until the strike is over and then air something, which kind of seems ridiculous because most people are saying this strike's going to go on until the fall. Because through summer, all shows are in reruns anyway, so these, again, the fat cats are just going to sit on their hoards of money and starve everybody out through the summer, is the thought, if they're not willing to budge today. By fall, a lot of these shows will be dead. Now, our show, Leopoldstadt, is planning to close July 2nd either way, so, well, we closed July 2nd, and look, here it is, October 15th, and look, we won this and this and that. Okay. And shows that need the advertising now, come October, okay. So I don't see that plan as a really viable option, but I'm not in charge. I also wouldn't have been the person to go to the Writers Guild and say, can we have a pass? So what's going to happen is going to happen. The only thing I've been concerned about the whole time is Brandon, who I'm dressing, is nominated for the 4th time. And he's fine. You know, he's okay. Actually, he's the one that told me the news because he had been up in the dressing room when the news broke last night while I was still backstage. And all he said, though, was, well, it lets the pressure off. Because honestly, 3 other nights, he's sat there in a tuxedo in the auditorium waiting for his category to come up. Will I get it? Won't I get it? Go give a speech. Don't give a speech. The night ends with, well, you tried. You know, good for you. Which is how it did end. And this year, a lot of us are hoping that it ends with this is finally his year and he deserves this very much. But at least the pressure's off. So for me personally, well, should he win, he won't be standing there on national television thanking me, which I don't think he would have done anyway. With 30 seconds to thank the world, you know what? We're friends. I'm his dresser. He loves me. I'm not waiting on any special kudos on national television from Brandon Uranowitz. Trust me on that. So the other thing is, now that I know that the Tonys aren't happening June 11th, which was going to be my almost last date at Leopoldstadt, my plan is to do the next Tuesday, the 13th, be there with them to either celebrate the wins or burn the building down together in anger over what we didn't get and how we were robbed, and then move on to Back to the Future. I will start at Back to the Future a couple days before the Tony date to just do load-in with Kiki. But now that I know that the Tonys aren't happening, my second thought last night was, well, like, can I leave now and take some time off before the next big thing starts and I'm, like, going to be busy? Stand by on that. I have to talk to my boss about sick days because we accrue sick days. I think we get 1 per 60 performances. And so I should have like 3 or 4, I think. And I don't know what her feeling is on take a sick day when you're not sick and just be like, use it or lose it is what it is, unfortunately. The other unfortunate thing with that is the performance. So our contract allows for 8 performances a week. If they shut the show down because of snow, I still get that performance pay. You know, it's not my fault if they decide to do 7, not 8, for some reason. That's on them. But what I don't get is the pay for the hours before curtain, the hour after curtain, all the other incidental work that we do that we get paid for. So that's substantial. So, I mean, were I to, if she were okay with it, and if it was convenient for the department to put my sub in, to let me have time off to just kind of sit on my ass, I would still be losing some of the income. So if it happens, fine. If not, I hate walking away from money, but I also hate losing money that I make while I'm there at a job I love. If I were to take the time off, I could use it productively too, because I am working on this second draft now of this new piece that no one will ever see. I have no hopes that this time the Also-Rans show is going to be the thing that saved theater and everyone came to see it. I'm done with all of that. I'm writing it because I like to write. I'm writing it because it's a story I want to tell. My director and I both want to work on something new, so I'm revisiting this old material and kind of liking what I have on the page and kind of finding it easy right now to kind of dither with it and take things out and put things in, and I don't need that and cut that. And what I'm finding is in my writing, I have asides. I'm talking about one thing and then I have an aside, and my asides have asides. It's okay. Let's get back to the story. So anyways, there's my ramble for a Saturday morning before I go do 2 shows. I only have 36 shows left there, unless I take sick days. So wow, okay. It's crazy to me also. Oh my God, 18 months we didn't work. Broadway was shut down. The world was shut down. No theater. Oh my God. Then it came back. Oh, thank God. Can we do it with masks and COVID? And it shut down for COVID. And then we were back. And then, oh my God, it nearly didn't happen. Oh my God. Now it's all past us. No more masks. We're not testing it. We're not testing anymore, which doesn't mean there's no COVID, by the way. All of that. Oh, we got through all of that. Business is picking up. And oh, now there's a strike and we can't do the big commercial that saves all of us through the summer. And, what next? And that's when the murder hornets came back inside of the theaters. Stand by.